Comedian and activist Eddie Izzard arrived in Cambridge as part of his Stand Up for Europe tour to a welcoming crowd at the Union Society.
My question is to the Brexiteers, who do you think is going to pay? Who do they think is going to pay?
I don't know any Brexit, so...
Eddie says that while the EU isn't perfect, it's been key to keeping the peace within Europe for the last 71 years.
I just want us to live together, work together in some shape or form. It's not the idea, the growth isn't the idea, it's make it work better. I mean, there's too much bureaucracy. And I would like there to be less bureaucracy. I'd like it to be more efficient. I'd like it to have direction in there. You know, it does so much things. For young people particularly, the flights, low-cost flights to Europe, and this is for all ages, but particularly young people, those are going to go down in number and up in price. There's zero roaming charges from next year. Those will all disappear, and the prices all go up. You have free healthcare all across 28 countries. You'd have to totally renegotiate that. We'll have to travel with visas. We'll have to get work permits when we're working in other places. For young people in particular, and they are 75% positive on this, up to the age of 35, they all see the opportunities. Why create a barrier to all these opportunities that we already have? Let's go and make it work better. Let's not run and hide from Europe. We're British people. We don't run and hide. We stand and fight.
Despite the opposing benches, there were few signs of leavers in the debating chamber, which students here say is a reflection of the pro-EU stance within the university.
The majority of people in the University of Cambridge are pro-EU, understandably because we get a lot of funding from the EU, and generally people here think more progressively, I suppose.
But Martin Keegan says there is passionate support for leave in the university and in Cambridge. Martin arrived here from Australia via 6 other countries and hopes the city can continue to be a global one that doesn't discriminate entry to people or goods because of the undemocratic EU.
There are many examples of legislation which came as a result of elections or democratic pressure in Britain and in every other democracy around the world. You can't point to that record of citizen involvement in the European Union's lawmaking process. Yes, there are elections, but elections don't make democracy. They have elections in China. What makes for the law program of the Commission is decisions behind closed doors where they work out which laws they're going to introduce. Our elected representatives in the European Parliament can block some of those laws. They tend not to do so, but they have some good record in blocking certain important laws. However, the elections, the actual democratic involvement where people can vote to make a difference, as they would in Westminster or in the Scottish Parliament or in a local council, just doesn't really exist. You can't point to any European law that came about as a result of popular pressure.
The latest polls show that neither side of the referendum debate has a clear lead. With just over a week left, Remain and Leave will need to pull out their best closing arguments to sway the undecided voters. Adam Page, Cambridge TV News.